Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? क्या हाल है everybody? अस्सलाम वालेकुम, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल, केम छो, कसक्का है, केड़ो हाल है, केमन आचो, राम राम guys. Welcome back to another live stream. क्या हाल है everybody? कैसे हो आप सभी लोग? We are back with another watch party live stream. आज हम लोगों का फ्री फायर का फेस्टिवल स्टार्ट हो रहा है SATL का इन EWC एल थंबनेल भाई. यप, मैंने भी बोल दिया है. मैंने बोला था, मैंने शेड्यूल नहीं किया था. एल थंबनेल क्या होता है भाई? व्हाट द हेल इज एल थंबनेल? व्हाट द हेल इज एल थंबनेल? मतलब मुझे जानना है, मतलब थंबनेल में क्या है जो नहीं पसंद आ रहा है? व्हाट इज एल थंबनेल? हाँ, पढ़ाई टुगेदर. क्या क्या हाल है? व्हाट्सअप मामा? ऑल गुड, ऑल गुड, ऑल गुड. कैसे हो आप सभी लोग? कैसे हो आप सभी लोग? वेट, मेरे को एक बार देखना है. लल्लन ट्रैप थंबनेल मस्त है भाई. पता नहीं, मेरे को नहीं पता तुम लोगों ने क्यों बोला ऐसा. लेजेंडरी वो तो है भाई. मेरे को एक्चुअली बताओ, थंबनेल क्या खराब क्या है? मतलब मेरे को समझा नहीं. मेरे को बताओ तो सही, ताकि मैं उसको सही करवाऊं. या सही है या नहीं है? जॉन्टी के साथ कब खेलोगे यार? जॉन्टी से बोला ना दल्ला वहां चला गया है. कहाँ चला गया है? फ्रांस. फ्रांस, ही इज इन फ्रांस. एक सेकंड, मेरे को एक बार देखना है. चैट कौन से चैनल पे हो रहा है? वॉच पार्टी, है ना? अ, एक सेकंड, ये देखना है ये किस चीज़ का चैनल, ये फ्री फायर वालों ने किया हुआ है. लेट मी सी चैट. आओ. ओ, ओके, क्या बात है. क्रेजी. आए भाई, पहाड़ी के साथ वॉच पार्टी करो साथ में. यार वो तो अपने गेम वेम खेल रहा होगा ना बाबू. हाँ, एफएफ का न्यू सॉन्ग सुनो. आ, किस चैनल पे होने वाला है मुझे ये जानना है. किस चैनल पे हो रहा है? हाँ जी चैट. एफएफ न्यू सॉन्ग. एफएफ का न्यू सॉन्ग क्या है भाई? एक सेकंड वेट. बड़ी. हाँ, एफएफ ई स्पोर्ट्स इंडिया क्या? एक सेकंड. इंडिया. फ्री फायर मैक्स ई स्पोर्ट्स इंडिया ऑफिशियल ये चैनल है क्या? ये कोई और चैनल है? कौन सा चैनल है? एक सेकंड आए. हाँ, क्या हो रहा है? अबे यार, काफी शांति नहीं है चैट. क्या हो रहा है चैट? क्या हो रहा है चैट? व्हाट्सअप, 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 व्हाट्सअप. गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड आफ्टरनून. मामा अस्सलाम वालेकुम. इंशाल्लाह बस जीत जाए सोल यार, बस एसएटीएल बस. हाँ, लव यू मामा, लव यू टू, लव यू टू. पहले ओल्ड सॉन्ग सुना दो, फिर न्यू सुनना. क्या है? कौन सा सॉन्ग है? लव. अच्छा सॉरी. क्या भाई, ऐसा क्यों लिखा है भाई ये? सबसे पहले ये सारा एक साथ, सब एक साथ ये सारे वर्ड्स देखता हूँ ना, तो मेरे को दूर से एक ही वर्ड ये सारे वर्ड जब एक साथ दिखते हैं ना दूर से, तो जंबल हो जाते हैं, ईशान अवस्थी हो जाता हूँ मैं, समझ रहे हो? तो वो लड़ जा वे की जगह लड़ ऐसा हो जाता है, समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो? 3 मिनट की लिरिकल वीडियो ये है क्या? आओ सबसे पहले ये देख लेते हैं क्या है. इज मेन वाला, तो ये कौन सा है? नॉट मेन। वीडियो भी है, वीडियो है क्या? एक सेकेंड। ये ओ ओ शिट, ओ शिट, ओ शिट। मैं सोचा इतना हाई पे 46 के व्यूज क्यों है, फिर नीचे देखा, ओके 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 ओके। लेकिन ये वाला गाना 3 मिनट 10 सेकंड का है, ये वाला 2 मिनट का क्यों है? ओह शिट, ओह शिट। मैंने अभी देखा, आई एम सॉरी, ओह शिट, ओह शिट। अभी देखा मैंने देखा भाई, ये 46 के व्यूज में 46 लोग तो मेरे पास ही आके बोल रहे हैं कि गाना देखो। यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे है भाई 5.1 वाले लोग, हाँ 5.1 वाले लोग यहाँ पे है। क्रेजी वे। भाई ये लौंडा जय जैसा नहीं लग रहा चैट? हल्का सा दूर से देखा जाए, करंट जय, ये जय जैसा सा नहीं लग रहा? हल्का सा हेयर कट, हेयर कट से। करीना ही कह दे। ये आईजीएल, हाँ क्या? आ जाओ देखते हैं क्या सी। कोई भी हो, गेम चाहे दुनिया में कोई सा भी हो, इंडिया में कोई सा भी गेम हो ई स्पोर्ट्स का, बैटल रॉयल का, माफिया नाम का बंदा जरूर होता है उस ई स्पोर्ट्स में। गेम चाहे कोई सा भी हो, ये नाम आपको हर जगह मिलेगा। गेम चाहे कोई सा भी हो, ये बैंड जो माफिया और निंजा हर जगह मिलेंगे आपको। एक माफिया जरूरी है भाई, एक माफिया जरूरी है। एफएफ में माफिया इज ग्रेटेस्ट प्लेयर है। ठीक है मुझे, ठीक है भाई, मुझे नहीं पता, मैंने इतना नहीं देखा, मैं आज अच्छे से देखूंगा। दिस इज माय सेकंड वॉच पार्टी ऑफ माय लाइफ इन फ्री फायर। लेकिन दूसरी वॉच पार्टी शुरू भी नहीं हुई है और मुझे एक भाई, संग बाय whom? Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh क्रेज! आर्ट्स 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 की स्ट्रीम कर लोगे? ऑब्वियसली भाई, रोज कर रहा हूँ भाई। मजा आया। अक्षय एंड आईपी कौन है? ओ सांगवान स्पॉटेड, सांगवान स्पॉटेड, सांगवान और फ्री फायर स्पॉटेड। ओ एंड सौम्य और फ्री फायर स्पॉटेड, दूर से दिख रहा है मुझे सौम्य, हल्का सा फूल गया है लेकिन हल्का सा सौम्य स्पॉटेड, हल्का सा। ओहो भैया जी कह दें। वोटा ही कह दे। में गया चैट? सोहन कौन सी टीम में गया? RNTX? अच्छा, SATL की लाइनअप में हो जाता, टेरिस तो जाना मिलता। FF इकलौता गेम है जिसमें चाह कर भी SATL सपोर्ट नहीं कर पाता। TG से बहुत ज्यादा प्यार हो गया है। मेरे लिए कर देना भाई आज। आज तो कर दो, आज तो TG नहीं है। आज तो TG नहीं है ना, आज तो कर सकते हो ना भाई। कि आज भी कोई प्रॉब्लम है तुम्हें? आज तो नहीं है। रोने तो जी में क्रेजी। TG, TG है, TG भी है। दोनों को कर लेना भाई। आज तो लड़ जावे हो रहा है ना भाई, इंडिया का फ्लैग लेके। आज तो कर ही देना ना। आज भी SATL TG होगा या नहीं आज भी SATL TG होगा या मतलब आज दोनों को होगा? हाँ, छोटा TG में है। ठीक है, मैं बात करता हूँ अज्जू। देखना चैट एक बार इस वाले का, क्योंकि जब ये बज रहा होगा तो इन लोगों को, मतलब इन लोगों को तो ऐसे बोला होगा। तो गाइज, इस वाली क्लिप में आपको सिर्फ क्लैप्स ऐसे करने होंगे, और और ये जो भी है, ये वाला प्लेयर का नाम मुझे नहीं पता। तेरे को सिर्फ ड्रम्स बजाने होंगे। ये एक सीक्वेंस है जिसमें हम लोग बैकग्राउंड में गाना डालेंगे, ड्रॉप आएगा, तो मुझे देखना है कि साइलेंस में सब ऐसे 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 शूट चल रहा है, और वो ऐसे 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 कर रहा है। अभी तो कूल लग रहा है, लेकिन मुझे BTS देखना है इसका, किसी का हो अगर। ये बिना साउंड के ये क्या कर रहा होगा? देखो, ये तो सब रे हंस रहे कि क्या ये देखो, क्या बकचोदी चल रही है यार, क्या बकचोदी चल रही है। ये तो एक दूसरे को लुक दे रहे हैं, क्या बकचोदी है यार। दोनों गाना वीडियो दोनों दिया है, क्रेजी दिया है।
मंथन गर्ग सेंट अ सुपर टिप। कैसे हो मम्बू आप? क्या आप दिल्ली आओगे?
मंदन भाई व्हाट्सअप। दिल्ली भाई मैं आऊंगा, लेकिन मैं पहले लेट जा रहा था, लेकिन अब मुझे जल्दी जाना होगा। 12-13 दिन में मैं जाऊंगा, 27-28। अब मैंने अभी जस्ट स्ट्रीम से पहले अपने मेरा जो सबसे 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 करीबी दोस्त है इन ऑल माय लाइफ, मतलब उसकी मम्मी को स्टेज 4 कैंसर आया है ब्रेन में और लंग्स में। तो यप थोड़ा सा उस वजह से मूड खराब है, तो वो जाऊंगा, उसके पास जाऊंगा।
मैं काफ़ी समय से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, इनफैक्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन भी काफ़ी रही है मेरे डोमेस्टिक सर्किट में। तो उस हिसाब से मैं समझता हूँ कि एक क्लियर मैसेज जाएगा और जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो ज़्यादा यहाँ पे इच्छुक होंगे कि हमारे जो लड़के हैं इस प्रोफेशन में जाएं।
ये चैट जूल्स नहीं भेज रही है, मुबशिरा जी आप बोलिए।
पेरेंट्स जो हैं
निखिल भाई
गेम
मामू
को यहाँ पे
बीएमपीएस के
सोचे कि ये भी
सदमे के
ग्लोबल
बाद आज आया हूँ,
प्रोफेशन हो
लव
सकता
यू
है।
ब्रो
इट इज
निखिल भाई।
एक्चुअली, क्योंकि आप
ये
अगर देखें तो
सदमा
यहाँ
आता जाता रहता है,
पे ऐसे कई
लेकिन
दुर्लभ मौके हमने देखे हैं और जहाँ पे
सपोर्ट बना
भारतवर्ष
रहना
को
चाहिए।
ई स्पोर्ट्स के सिनारियो में जो है
ओए,
सक्सेस मिली है
इसको
और
बोल दो हमारी
पूरा
किसी टीम को
सपोर्ट मिला
सपोर्ट
है।
नहीं करना,
तो
मैं
मुझे
अभी
लगता है ये
कह दे
एक
रहा हूँ।
वो अगर
लास्ट
जैसा आपने कहा
टाइम
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर
इसने
लड्डू
हाँ?
जो भी
अच्छा
दुनिया की सबसे मीठी चीज हो, बट मैं पर्सनली ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं जरा सा खड़ूस किस्म का हूं, बट ज्यादा ऑप्टिमिस्टिक ना होते हुए मुझे लगता है कि शायद एक्सपेक्ट करना थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे ज्यादा हो जाएगा। बट अगर भारत जीतती है तो मैं तो भैया वो दादा की तरह, सौरव गांगुली की तरह टी शर्ट उतार के नाचने के लिए भी तैयार हूँ, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ ऑन स्क्रीन।
आई विश ऐसा कुछ हो और जितने दर्शक हमें देख रहे हैं वो लोग भी चाहेंगे कि रॉकी भाई एक बार बढ़िया डांस दिखा दे। वैसे आपका एक डांस क्लिप बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर है, आपने बहुत बढ़िया डांस करा था, मुझे भी याद है। आपके कई सारे डांस क्लिप पूरी कम्युनिटी में वायरल है। प्लीज दोस्तों बताना कहाँ पे इनकी क्लिप्स कटी है और आज भी काट लेना ये क्लिप। पर देखो रॉकी भाई, आपने बहुत अच्छी चीज कही कि चीजें चेंज हो गई यार। मैं भी उम्मीद करता हूँ कि देखिए पेरेंट्स एंड सभी प्लेयर्स का पूरे डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चर का जो पर्सपेक्टिव वो चेंज हो और ब्रांड्स जो साइडलाइन पे बैठे हैं। आई थिंक सो अगर कुछ ऐसा होता है आप लोगों को ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली हम सभी को साथ में मिलकर के आगे बढ़ना है। पर देखिए रॉकी भाई अब थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं। अभी तक हम लोग स्लो आगे बढ़ रहे थे, अब थोड़े से टफ फेज पे चलते हैं, अब थोड़ा स्पेस बढ़ाते हैं। आपको एक बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन देनी है ई स्पोर्ट्स वर्ल्ड कप 2026 पेरिस की, और साथ में आप इसको डिफेंड भी कर सकते हैं, एक्सप्लेन भी कर सकते हैं कि आपने प्रेडिक्शन क्यों दी। आपको क्या लगता है, वैसे आप ही नहीं, इस चीज का आंसर मैं भी दूंगा आपके साथ, पर आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी ऐसी टीम है जो जीत सकती है ई स्पोर्ट्स वर्ल्ड कप? आप कहीं पे भी लिख करके दिखा सकते हैं और उसके ऊपर एक्सप्लेनेशन दे सकते हैं कि आपको क्या लगता है, क्यों लगता है।
EWC के लिए मेरी बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन रहेगी बुरीराम यूनाइटेड ई स्पोर्ट्स।
ओके मैंने भी यहाँ पे प्रेडिक्शन दी। मेरी तो प्रेडिक्शन होने वाली है टीम एपेक्स गेमिंग TAG। रोकी भाई इसके पीछे रीजन दीजिए कि आपने ये प्रेडिक्शन क्यों दी और आपको क्या लगता है कि बुरीराम यूनाइटेड इस बार जीत सकती है।
आज IEM कौन से हैं आपके पास भाई जी? IEM के पास
बिल्कुल बेसिक फैक्टर्स पे बात करें,
मेरे पास कैस्टा प्रो है,
FFWS के चैंपियंस हैं। जिस तरीके से बुरीराम यूनाइटेड खेल रही है, एक अलग ही भाईचारा उनमें दिख रहा है। उसके अलावा बहुत ज्यादा साउथ ईस्ट एशिया या साउथ एशियन टूर्नामेंट्स में तो पार्टिसिपेट ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, जिससे कि पता चल रहा है कि अपने अंदर ही अंदर कोई रणनीति छुपा रहे हैं। और ऐसा बहुत कम देखने को मिला है कि जब कोई टीम अभी अभी वर्ल्ड सीरीज का खिताब जीती हो उसके बाद इतना ज्यादा टूर्नामेंट्स में पार्टिसिपेट ना करे। तो मुझे लगता है शायद बुरीराम यूनाइटेड के पास अभी भी लगता है नए मेटा के हिसाब से कुछ ऐसे नुस्खे हैं जो बाकी टीमों ने देखे नहीं है। तो मेरा बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन तो देखिए बुरीराम यूनाइटेड है। फेवरेट्स तो 2-4 हैं, बट मुझे लगता है ये टीम सबसे फेवरेट हो सकती है बुरीराम यूनाइटेड, क्योंकि फॉर्म भी है, खिताब भी है, सिनर्जी भी बहुत सही सेट है टीम में, और सबसे बड़ी बात अब इस कमाल की टीम के इतने अचीवमेंट होने के बाद भी ये अनप्रेडिक्टेबल आ रहा है, क्योंकि कहीं पे खेलते हुए नहीं दिखे इन पिछले कुछ महीनों में।
Devenu une référence mondiale, bien au-delà de la Corée du Sud, les Genji sont là pour conserver leur titre.
यार ये पहले बताते।
A crowded stage packed with the best in the world, looking to make history once again at the Esports World Cup, and we start off with a ruthless group stage.
Best of ones, anyone can fall. Bienvenue au group stage de l'Esports World Cup League of Legends.
क्या सीन है इन लोगों के पागल?
I've never heard of them. They beat
सुनो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, जो भी होगा यहाँ पे तो दिखाया ही जाएगा ईडब्ल्यूसी का, लेकिन कास्टिंग तो ये लोग दे रहे हैं ना, तो वहाँ पे जो सेरेमनी होगी, वो तो यहाँ वाली भी दिखाई जाएगी ना। जो लीग ऑफ लेजेंड्स देख रहे हैं बैठ के मैं सोचू भूरीराम ई स्पोर्ट्स वाले ऐसे क्यों दिख रहे हैं भाई, नाम तो बड़ा खराब सा है फिर उन लोगों का, क्योंकि ये लोग तो वहां से है नहीं। भूरीराम ई स्पोर्ट्स वाले ऐसे क्यों दिख रहे हैं? रिकॉर्डेड है? हाँ रिकॉर्डेड हो ना हो, मुझे नहीं लगता ये रिकॉर्डेड है। इसकी माँ का
सकता, एक बार बोल दिया एक बेहतर तरीके से हैंडल कर लेगी
एसएट्यूएल ई स्पोर्ट्स,
टीम, पेरिस के प्रेशर को सबसे बेहतर तरीके से हैंडल कर लेगी
एसएट्यूएल ई स्पोर्ट्स,
टीम एपेक्स गेमिंग। ओ सॉरी,
हट गई थी मेरी, मुझे लगा कि बस प्रेशर बोल रहा है ना, प्रेडिक्ट किया मैं तो अभी घुस जाता।
इंडियन फैंस को सच में डरना चाहिए।
भूरीराम यूनाइटेड,
आई थिंक सारा
भूरीराम कहाँ से है?
चलिए स्लीपर पिक ये रहने वाली है, वो टीम जिसकी बात नहीं कर रहे हैं पर टॉप 3 पक्का फिनिश करेगी
इंडिया से तो ऑनेस्टली मैं किसी भी टीम को नहीं देख रहा हूं अभी भी टॉप 3 में, बट अगर देना ही है जवाब तो आईकू टोटल गेमिंग।
ओके, इंडिया से मेरी तरफ से टीम एस12, लेट्स सी क्या होता है। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, इंडियन टीम्स को पोडियम फिनिश करने के कितने % चांस है?
जॉनी देख लियो किसने गांड बनवाई थी।
चैंपियन पिक ले लेते हैं एक बार, EWC 2026 फ्री फायर मैक्स ट्रॉफी
अनुतोष
कौन
sent a
उठाएगा?
super tip.
भूरीराम यूनाइटेड,
Good
आई थिंक
afternoon.
सारा और क्यों,
Good afternoon,
दो बार
Anutosh,
वो
bye,
लोग
thank you for
close आते
500,
रह गए,
love
मुझे लगता है इस बार
you.
कर सकते हैं। चलिए ये सेगमेंट हमने पूरा कर लिया रॉकी भाई, एंड बहुत अच्छा लगा,
अब देखते
काफी
हैं।
सारी
Because today is going to be Free Fire.
We got Group A and Group B.
That's right, and we also have the defending
Delayed.
champions, EVOS Divine here. Can they defend their title?
Who will become the
मुझे देखना है
champion?
दोनों में
Because
क्या
this is
फर्क
Free
है।
Fire at the Esports World Cup.
Let's begin.
ओ तैनू चैट सेम ब्रॉडकास्ट है एक तरीके से, तो आई थिंक हम लोगों को एक बार कंपेयर कर लेते हैं, ठीक है? सेम ही ब्रॉडकास्ट है। डिलेड है हाँ। ओ वहां डिलेड है, मैक्स पे डिले है, ओके तो फिर हाँ देखेंगे। लेकिन जैसे ही मैचेस स्टार्ट होंगे, चैट जब मैचेस स्टार्ट होंगे तो हम लोगों को फ्री फायर मैक्स इंडिया पे देखना है रॉकी और इन लोगों की कास्टिंग, या यहाँ देखना है? 7WG हर जगह आता है क्या? ये EWC का वो होगा ना, होस्ट होगा ना, रॉकी मामू वाला। चलो ठीक है, ठीक है। हम सेरेमनी यहाँ पे देखते हैं, मैचेस जब स्टार्ट होंगे तो अपन वहां चलेंगे, डन है? वैसे एक बात है, जब पोस्ट मैच इंटरव्यू जब होते हैं, जब पोस्ट मैच यहाँ पे जब भी होता है, पोस्ट जब 2 मैचेस के बीच में जो भी सेगमेंट होगा, वो फ्री फायर मैक्स इंडिया पे तो रॉकी और ये लोग आपस में बातचीत करेंगे। यहाँ पे वो सब दिखाया जाएगा, जो ये प्लेयर्स के साथ वो सब बकचोदी करते हैं, वो सब आई डोंट नो, देखते हैं, ठीक है ना? तुम लोग अब बैक एंड पे तुम लोग कंपेयर कर लेना और बताना। नॉन स्टॉप को देखो, नॉन स्टॉप गेमिंग क्या है? नॉन स्टॉप गेमिंग क्या कर रहा है? को स्ट्रीमिंग फ्रॉम, अपनी बात बताओ चैट, मुझे तो पता नहीं नॉन स्टॉप गेमिंग कौन है, लेकिन नॉन स्टॉप गेमिंग को स्ट्रीमिंग फ्रॉम वेन्यू, अगर कोई को स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहा है, दिस इज मी आल्सो डूइंग को स्ट्रीमिंग बट नॉट फ्रॉम द वेन्यू, तो मैं कोई और बंदे की स्ट्रीम देखूं बैठ के? अभी मैं हैव मतलब टोटली लॉस्ट इट। नाश्ता किया है तुम लोगों ने? चैट में लिखने से वीक लग रहे हो तुम लोग दिमाग।
So let's take a closer look at the tournament format and how the teams can reach that final booyah. 24 of the best Free Fire teams from around the globe will enter the arena and throughout 4
Love you for 350 joules. आ जाओ।
The competition is divided
एक
into
बार
3
देखो,
stages.
एक बार
Group
देखो,
stage,
एक ही बार देखूंगा, ठीक? ये लॉन्डे देखने में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट, फिर भी देख लेते। पर देख लेते कौन है भाई नॉन
as only 4 top teams advance to the final stage, and 8 squads can start packing their bags.
Perfect.
That brings us to the match point finals, where the remaining
यार
12
but मेरे को उधर
teams,
कैंप
8
सेट
from group
करना है यार,
stage
ये तो
and
बड़ी
4 from
प्रॉब्लम है।
survival
तो
stage,
हाँ,
clash for
मुझे
the
लगा
ultimate
भैंस
glory
तो
of
ग्रीन स्क्रीन लगा के मैं भी अगर ऐसे कर लूं तो लगेगा मैं भी मेरे भी बैकग्राउंड में स्टेज है, लेकिन फिर देखा कि अच्छा यहाँ से तो कटा हुआ है। फिर ठीक है, फिर ठीक है, चलो ठीक है, वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छा लगा इनको देख के।
Here at the Totem, and I am joined by the reporters of the Club Championship. So every single one of you is going to give us a little bit of a rundown. We got Chris, Trav, and Glitter. I'm going to start off with you, Chris. How are things going, and what can we expect from your stage?
Well, Dota, to be honest, has kind of been business as usual, been going through the motions,
Here
getting through the group stage. Today is when we have actually started the survival stage. Relevant of that, though, we did have 4 teams top their group, and Falcons, one of those squads, managing to get
उधर
through,
ही है, वहाँ
guaranteeing
देखा
themselves
मैंने।
some Club Championship points. So that's
फॉर्मेट ये है, यप, बता दो, ठीक है भाई, हाँ।
So we had Fatal Fury last week, City of the Wolves.
तो फॉर्मेट कुछ इस प्रकार का है कि आज
So it was Dark Angel who managed to take
आज
1,000 points home, which is
शुरुआत
huge
में
as well, 'cause they're one of the
first
teams in the Club Championship. Second place as well,
6 matches,
a large array of teams across it as well. So them getting those 750 points was huge for them, and then Reject
ग्रुप ए का है,
fourth, getting 300. So they had a week for
ठीक
those
है।
organizations. We're on to Mobile Legends.
उसके बाद
Bang Bang this week, the Women's Invitational, and that has
नेक्स्ट
thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. Falcons back again.
6 matches,
There's no surprise there. They're investing heavily in
ग्रुप बी का है,
stage 4 this year. And Team Vitality off to a flying start.
ठीक है। आज भी today, tomorrow,
Yeah, very different from what you guys
Same.
have been seeing on your stages when it comes to Apex.
ठीक है।
Obviously done, and the winner was Unlimit. Now,
इन दोनों में से
because Unlimit is not participating in
ग्रुप ए में से
those points
टॉप 4,
out the window, but
ग्रुप बी में से
paying attention to
टॉप 4,
Vision and Sentinels
ठीक है।
and third who did manage to get some
डे आफ्टर टुमारो,
for their
which would
goal.
be
However, now we're
17
on to
तारीख,
two and looking for
17th को,
right? Now, this
17th को
stage ties into your stages a
ग्रुप
little bit more,
ए,
because this year the teams that we're looking at are Team Falcons and Vitality.
ग्रुप ए से ग्रुप ए में 5 to
2024, however, they did not last year around. And
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
last year
10.
in Free Fire. So now those are the
5
teams
to
we're gonna be
10,
looking at. And Falcons
Group B,
actually are a team that are expected to do very well this week. So we'll have to see what that means in the end for our club championship, but it's going to be exciting.
It sounds like the teams that we are keeping our eyes on this week is going to be Sentinels. They're also competing on the League of Legends stage for us. We also got to keep our eyes out for
ग्रुप
Vitality,
बी में से भी
of course,
5 to
they are
10 ना,
running Virtus Pro with a lot of teams across a lot of different titles.
हाँ,
And
5 to
across the
10
league stage, AG and
दोनों
Virtus Stage
जाएंगे सर्वाइवल स्टेज में और उनमें से भी निकलेंगी टॉप 4।
how this week pans out. Thank you so much for watching.
तो ये टॉप 4, ये टॉप 4 और ये टॉप 4 ये बनाएंगी फाइनल्स की, फाइनल्स के 12 टीमें। डन है, और ये होगा 18th को। डन है, ठीक है। आज होगा पहले 6 मैचेस ग्रुप ए के, फिर उसके बाद होंगे 6 मैचेस ग्रुप बी के, कल भी पहले होंगे ग्रुप ए के 6 मैचेस, फिर ग्रुप बी के 6 मैचेस। आफ्टर ग्रुप ए और ग्रुप बी के 6 मैचेस हो जाएंगे, 12 मैचेस खेल लेंगे तो ग्रुप ए में से टॉप 4 टीम ले ली जाएंगी, ग्रुप बी में से टॉप 4 टीम डायरेक्टली एडवांस करेंगी फाइनल्स में। जो 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ग्रुप ए की होंगी, जो 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ग्रुप बी की होंगी, वो जाएंगी सर्वाइवल स्टेज में। सर्वाइवल, ठीक है, ये सर्वाइवल स्टेज में जाएंगी और इन 12 टीम में से फिर से टॉप 4 लिया जाएगा और ये बनेगी 12 फाइनल्स की टीम है। डन है, डन है। SATL किस ग्रुप में? SATL इज इन ग्रुप बी। यार ये लोगो मैंने देखा हुआ है, ये ग्रुप, ये मैंने लोगो कुछ तो देखा हुआ है।
tahun lalu, adakah tahun ini kamu sudah bersedia untuk melangkah lagi sekali sejarahnya?
Yeah, I'm really confident right now because
we're gonna.
Evos ना?
We're gonna ready
ओ
to
भाई
back
कितने
to the
ज़माने बाद में देख रहा हूँ इनका लोगो.
Very confident, and I love that. They would love to get the championship once again. But here's another question. We have Team Secret right here. As you guys all know, Team Secret SWAG got their championship at the Free Fire World Series 2026 spring here in
कितना छोटा सा है
Vietnam.
भाई.
And they're also here to
इसको
compete
बैग
with
पहना के
EWC.
भेजो भाई.
So, how do you think about them?
Jadi kan ada tim secret kan. Jadi bagaimana perasaannya dengan
क्या रहा समझ में आ गया.
I'm feeling like I want to prove to them like EWC is our place. EWC is mean EVOS World Champion, not Esports World Cup.
Oh my God! Wow, I feel the intensity is really much here, but overall, that is all.
भाई ये कितना छोटा है भाई, ये कितने साल का है भाई.
From EVOS Divine, and of course, other
ये
teams
MVP है 2025 का.
EWC 26 Free Fire. See you guys later, and thank you for listening.
हाँ?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Free Fire at Esports World Cup 2026 live from Paris. We're finally here. By the way, my name is 7WG. I'm going to be your studio host, and I'm joined by some amazing talent, none other than Conchita and Neptune. Neptune, I'm going to start with you. How are you enjoying Paris so far?
It's quite different. This is the first time in Paris, and I'm really loving it right now, especially the energy that we have right now.
I mean, yeah, we're next to some other stages, and boy, we can definitely feel
I don't know,
the
one of the best teams are out there. I do not think any group can be easy.
I just can't wait to see how the competition goes
7
this
million
year.
subs हैं उसके?
Yeah, having a great time so far.
I mean, you know what?
7 million?
Let's just dive right into the competition because we have Evos returning, and they could be back-to-back champions here at EWC.
Oh, have Cedo, because on the regionals, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble. So I don't know if it's just a setup so that they will not be known, their strategy will not be known up to this level, but hopefully it's for the best of them, because again, who doesn't want to see them to be back-to-back?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if we're talking about EVOS Divine, let's not forget we have Russia, the youngest player, also the MVP of last year. I'm pretty sure that today he's back with a vengeance, and he is going for redemption. Honestly, I think EVOS Divine is trying their best to perform well at the EWC, because I just said before, the regional wasn't so great for them. They were having a bit of a time. They struggled, but yeah, I think things are looking up, so I'm pretty hopeful. As an Indonesian, I can help but feel hopeful.
Well, let's find out how hopeful you guys are before we move on to another team. Are they going to make it directly to the finals, or are they going to be going to survival?
Yeah!
Conchita, if you want to go first.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna sound a little biased because, again, Indonesian, I can't help it, but I really want them to go straight and not go through the survival. Not because I have that much confidence, but also I'm a little worried, actually. I'm a little worried for them to go into the survival stage.
मैं BGMI का MVP बनता और गेम खोलते लोग और देखते कि मैं उसमें
do it perfect and then go straight to the next stage.
I don't know, because even I think they're confident enough, despite of the record of not having performed from regionals, they're confident enough that if they are being thrown into survival, they know exactly what needs to be done to get into the grand finals. That has been the storyline that they have, even in Southeast Asia. And that's when it comes to the numbers, it looks like they're struggling. But now I'm thinking about it, how well they are recovering after those instances. So I guess they might be able to do it again, even in EWC.
I mean, sometimes some teams actually benefit. I know this sounds crazy.
Jules आने दो, Jules रुके तो मैटर खराब हो जाएगा. Jules हमारा luck factor है. Jules हमारा luck factor है. आन दो.
You said it is scary in survival because only the top 4 will be moving on to the grand final. So I don't know if they want to put themselves in that position.
बस पार कर दो.
Especially as the reigning champion.
Official comment. किधर official comment?
You know, I don't know if they want to feel that extra pressure there in survival. One team that's looking to not go to survival and qualify directly to finals is Buriram United.
Yes, I'm very proud of Buriram United. I think winning the global finals in 2025 really gave them the confidence they much needed. And EWC is something that they're looking forward to finally have in their store, you know, because it's something that they don't have yet. And Wasana, I think Wasana has been showing a bit more maturity in the way that he's playing, the role that he's taking. I hope that he can be one of the best players that we can see at the EWC 2026.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, we saw now being consistent, being the best rusher out of the team, and also the chemistry out of the team right here has been built for so many years. Even if they haven't grabbed any title or we've seen how well they recovered on the global finals, and it's not as if they made a lot of change. The strategy is pretty much the same. Slow in the beginning, mid game towards the end game. That's where they get all those elimination, and pretty much that's also the same in the Champion Rush, because you don't have to rush that much in the first instance, the first stages. It's just that Puya needs to be taken where it really matters, and that is for the last day.
And I think it's like a perfect Cinderella story, you know. I mean, they finished 9th in the last year of EWC, but then slowly trying to build themselves. They show consistency. They finally won the World Series, and in the global finals, it's just a perfect run for them. This would be a full circle moment.
आज फ्री फायर की चैट आई है. आज फ्री फायर की चैट आई है. हजार के 5 का बस कर दो. फ्री पड़े होंगे तुम लोगों के पास. नोबरू को जानते हो? नोबरू को जानता हूँ मैं. नोबरू को जानता हूँ. नोबरू को जानता हूँ. The from नेपाल नेपाली टीम भी आज खेल रहा है. DRS from नेपाली से आ रहा है. ये बेचारा love you यार.
Falcons in there, right? And that's a no.
जय को बुला. जय को पूछ लेता हूँ.
EWC Free Fire. They only have just one player from when they won, though, and that was On Fire.
Okay. I think Neptune's gonna take this one, because speaking of Falcons, I can hear your voice in my head already.
Well, that's one thing though. I mean, Team Falcons at some point
I love you. Sorry,
losing a few of their players, they lost their identity. We are not seeing that consistency anymore. There is some fire similar to what we've seen from Buriram United, but it's not that aggressive. It's not that. Losing a few of their players, they lost their identity. That's when they bring in those booyahs in the Champion Rush, because again, it's one of the things that I noticed from some teams. They choose some stages or some tournament wherein they really want to pop off. They want to get out that much of strategy on their regionals.
So I think it's a bit of an unpredictable situation when you talk about Falcons. So yeah, we might have just wait and see.
Okay, talking about unpredictable, I mean, we got India coming finally to EWC. That could be an unpredictable and a big question mark to a lot of people. As in Group A, we're going to have tag. 8 packs game. I know a lot of fans are going to tag on top. We'll see if they're actually going to end up there.
नाम भी तुम्हारा ग्रे में नहीं है. चैट आन दो, जूल जाने दो.
12 matches.
रुकना नहीं है.
Can tag
Bru Asana, best racer in the world.
In this first
best sniper.
that they'll be playing today.
अच्छा, वो तो
India
का हुआ ना माफिया.
Because then again, it's a long game that they're playing. It's a game of endurance basically, because 12 maps is quite a lot. I mean, from the 6 that we have last year, it's a bit of a jump. But consistency is something that the teams need to show, and I think they've had it down, because this isn't their first time coming. They know exactly what they're facing. So yeah, it's just quite interesting to see how they maintain stamina, endurance that they're going to have to show.
Brazilian team ने Indian team
even on LAN event, their qualifiers is coming from a LAN event, so they have that experience already. But I'm pretty sure that they have a little bit of the pocket that they can bring in, because this is some
मैंने सुना है Brazilian teams बहुत ही crazy होती हैं.
And it's tough to say if
भाई वो लोग अगर ऐसा बोल रहे हैं ना, उनको बोलो यहीं पिटेंगे, वहाँ जाके पिट के उनको. एक बार टाइम बहुत है 7 euros. अपन पेरिस जाने वाले. यूरो में आ रहा है चैट. यूरो में आ रहा है चैट. चैट यूरो में आ रहा है. भाई को एक बार कंधे पे उठा लो चैट.
It's gonna be different. The spirit is also
भाई आज बिल्कुल crazy free fire की ऑडियंस आई है. बिल्कुल कंधे पे उठा के ले लो उनको.
Yeah, Southeast Asia is used to dominating EWC.
W for the 7 euros.
Other regions, once again, Brazil wants to see if they can
finally
get that championship.
movie बनी Wonder Kid.
And then we have other regions as well, right? We got Pakistan, we got some of the other ones. Out of looking at the teams from Group A, and I'm gonna go with you, Neptune, on this one. Which team do you think can surprise us? We just heard Conchita talk about consistency, right? We want to look at consistency from some of this squads. Is there any squad that you're like, okay, hey, that one might end up surprising us with consistency?
Best sniper in the world, MAMBA.
Things teams really that hasn't shown that much from the previous competition. I think AJAL is one of the
तुम लोग ना दिल जीत
teams
लेते हो
that has
कभी-कभी.
that confidence right now, especially having that clash squad. So it's a different game mode overall. But the team, after getting that championship, they have been in good chemistry up to this point.
Oh, चिकन चिल्ली क्यों हो रही है?
I have to agree with Neptune on this one because AGAL, they have been
That
showing
dashboard,
amazing performance.
वो देखना पड़ेगा किस हिसाब से कहाँ पे रखना
है. Right space and yeah, it's always beautiful how
मैच स्टार्ट होगा तो देखना पड़ेगा किधर रखना है.
do a teamwork and play so well alongside each other. So I'm just really
बीजेम वाले ही है मामा भाई. अरे चैट में आया फ्री फायर वाले, ये कह रहा हूँ मैं. ये भाई. W in the chat.
Now,
I'm
gonna put you
€5
guys on the spot because I just want to be able to say this word, and it's none other than
चैट में आए हैं, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ. ये भाई आप तो अपने बीजेम वाले हो, चैट में आए ये कह रहा हूँ.
of this day.
Oh,
First booyah कौन लेने वाला है?
You really have to ask
It's
this,
just one of those like close your eyes and
we
throw
have
darts.
yeah, we literally just started the show. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Buriram United Esports.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Neptune, come on.
I don't know. I mean, some of the teams, the best teams, I would say, doesn't show up that much. So I'm going for Aurora Gaming at this point.
Aurora,
coming from Malaysia,
Aurora की भी टीम
also
अच्छी है
first
क्या?
contender in here. I think they will be on fire right now.
I thought you were gonna go with Evos. I'm not gonna lie. She stayed with Buriram. I was like, for sure he's gonna go with Evos. But let us know in the comments below. Everybody watching, who do you think is gonna be taking the first booyah? Because this is day one of Free Fire at Esports World Cup. You know what? Let's get started.
Jules आने दो. आवाज बढ़ा रहा हूँ. ओहो ओहो ओ भाई पेरिस से जर्मनी ज्यादा दूर नहीं है वहां भाई, तो आप आइएगा ना. ये दे रहे प्रोडक्शन दे रहे भाई. दिया बे.
Four of the most dominant teams in the world will step onto the Gadir City grid for the first time today. Teams who swept through their regions and left their opponents in the dust. But now they stand at the base of a mountain faced with an almost impossible climb.
150 million players for this 2026. 33 million players play these games every day. But today we will have the 96 best players coming from all around the world.
That's right, from all corners of the world, ready to go toe-to-toe until they are the last team standing. My name is Barney Banks and I'm your host alongside the incredible Luti. And without any further delay, it's time to introduce your first 12 teams to the main stage.
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure, of course. Like, there is so many young players and they are coming from all around the world. And you know what? Like, I think for a lot of them, it's the first time in Europe, the first time in Paris. So they are far away from home. Hopefully they're gonna make it right for this first day here at EWC Paris. However, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our first 12 teams, starting with Demon's Pride!
Fun? इनका स्पॉन्सर कौन है? AP Shop.
Titan Esports Club.
Titan Esports ये समझा मैं. अबे ये तो अपने जैसे दिख रहे हैं. ये कहाँ की टीम है?
Loud Sneakers.
पाकिस्तान की हो. Oh, Loud. बांग्लादेश के.
Buriram United Esports.
Joanna, Moshi Jigan.
AGAL.
AG.
Aurora Gaming.
Aurora की जर्सी क्रेजी लगती है. लेकिन
Paradox Gaming.
Paradox Gaming.
Gun Dynasty.
Gun Dynasty.
DRS Gaming.
DRS. The Real Soldiers. अच्छा इसका full form DRS का The Real Soldiers है.
Your reigning club champions,
DRS तो नेपाल की है
Team
ना?
Falcons.
वो क्लब चैंपियंस को ऐसी एंट्री देते हैं.
Team Apex Gaming.
Crazy.
And now, your reigning Esports World Cup champions, EVOS Esports!
EVOS! अच्छा EVOS था क्या? अच्छा ये उसी का था. हाँ कितने थे यार?
We've got $1 million on the line, a legacy to forge, and a champion to crown. So today is your only chance to make a first impression. Make it count.
The first day of Free Fire in EWC Paris begin now!
Crazy.
How hard is it to claim the throne? To rise above and be the best.
To end it, Russia with the final elimination. The Wonder Kid gets the job done.
And how hard is it to stay at the top?
Secret WAG rips away the Booyah and Bermuda.
It requires strength, resilience, the ability to thrive under pressure. It requires consistency.
4 Booyahs in a row.
And as the kingdom grows, so does the number of contenders. With familiar faces returning and entirely new forces knocking at the gates. But in the end, There can be only one king, one champion, and one booyah. And no king rules forever.
Oh, bench. Crazy दिया था भाई उसपे.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, survivors of all ages, welcome to the most awaited event for at least the first half of the year. This is Free Fire at the Esports World Cup 2026. We are in Paris, and I expected a heat wave. It was quite cold here, but now with the game starting, Tash, I think we're gonna just bump the heat up a tad bit higher.
It's going to be intense. It's going to be mad hot. We saw the reigning champions walk in and question marks on whether or not they can defend that crown.
Oh yeah. पूरा हो रहा है. इस सपने को हम लोग साथ में विटनेस कर रहे हैं. कई सालों की मिन्नतें हैं और आखिर में जाके वो टीम्स हमें रिप्रेजेंट कर रही हैं. शुरुआत करते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन से. मेरा नाम है अभिषेक. आप सभी लोग मुझे और गेमिंग के नाम से जानते हैं. और मेरे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं मेरे बहुत ही पुराने दोस्त, आप सभी के चहीते कास्टर रॉकी एंड आरडीएक्स. भावुक आप भी हैं, मैं भी हैं, पर पहले आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कितने ज्यादा.
वो आप भी हैं, मैं भी हैं.
खुश, बहुत खुश, क्योंकि ये चीज देखने के लिए आंखें तरस गई थी. फाइनली विटनेसिंग वो एपेक्स गेमिंग की जो एंट्री थी, आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग जो यहाँ पे
इंग्लिश देखना है. ठीक है.
Absolutely, but today is just day one. Both groups, A and B, will only play the first 6 matches, right? So it's a little bit of a prelude, it's a little bit of a preview, and thank God we have that preview, because some of the teams here are absolutely clueless about the regions who have not really shown up on a stage where you're able to go in and really check out what their drop spots are like, exactly what their rotations are like, so they're left in the dark, and these underdogs could just be exactly what surprises even the big dogs, right? Because we know for a fact, when you go on to the Free Fire Global Finals, the gameplay there is just very different. The Titans will rule as always, but here at the Esports World Cup, we actually have the capability of underdogs having a dream. Right? So far, the winners that have been able to run away with it are winners who haven't been able to achieve much on the global final stage.
Yeah, it's really exciting when you think about that, because it's such a different moment, right? It's a different pond.
Yeah.
It's a different capability. And again, there are also, whispers about these new teams coming online. The differences in regional styles of play, whether or not you can adapt to that. That day one trying to figure out, like you mentioned, right, the drop spots. Are we going to be taking the early fights, or are we going to be avoiding these teams? So those are the questions these teams are going to be asking themselves. Are you brave enough to take a gamble, or are you going to be playing safe all the way till the end?
Absolutely. We just saw the little peek of AGAL. They have already shown their prowess in Clash Squad thus far. Global Finals champions, and recently at the Southeast Asian Clash Masters as well. But that's Clash Squad. In Battle Royale, they have been doing absolutely fine for themselves as well, right? Just very quickly climbing up the ladder, but they have not achieved a championship in VR for themselves just yet. Second at Sea Spring 26, second at even the Free Fire Max Asia Invitational, where we threw in a bunch of super teams from Southeast Asia up against the South Asian teams, where they also found dominance at.
Yeah, and I think that when you are in that situation, you are trying to think, okay, how exactly am I going to be matching up with these other players? Some of them are very, very new. I would say, sometimes people say, right, the younger players have a little bit more drive. They're hot-headed, they're hot-blooded. They want to go for these early fights. But in this situation, when you go high risk, the high reward moment, if you lose it, you lose it all. And in this situation, you want to avoid being at the very bottom of that ladder. What can we do to make sure that we don't go super high risk and not overheat?
Well, if you do end up at the bottom today, the risk is there, but fairly low. Tomorrow, you definitely have to avoid it at all costs. But obviously, not every single team can do that. At the end of the day, you're going to have some winners, you're going to have some teams down at the bottom who are going to be at risk of relegation. But I'm looking at the rise of the underdogs here mainly at the Esports World Cup, right? Because this is where dreams are made. And again, this guy, he dreamt for many, many years. I'm not so sure exactly what he's trying to do right now, but he's dreamt for many, many years. He's trying to think of a hand sign that he wants to flash on the screen the moment he gets a booyah. And AJL's just the kind of squad who's capable of walking with a booyah. And speaking of which, this is Group A. Many have termed this group the Group of Death because of the number of Titans that are in this group.
Right. And I think that when you think about Group of Death, there are so many situations that, for me personally, I think last year we had this conversation, right? We were saying, hey, it's going to be the rise of the Brazilians this year. And we were knocked out of the park and we were surprised. And it wasn't at all our expectations. Now for this year, the capability of that happening again, and the favorites getting knocked out is going to be happening. I would say is because there are so many teams that we haven't delved yet. We haven't seen quite yet on the bigger stages. Maybe regionally, we haven't seen their prowess because maybe regionally wise, maybe they're not the best there. But some teams excel on the global stage, and that really, really surprises so many people, including us.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's just such a interesting factor that the teams that perform well on the global final stage, the titans of our competition, just don't find a good run here at the Esports World Cup. You look at Buriram, you look at even AGAL. I mean, this is their third year here, and both of the Esports World Cup in 2024 and 2025, they've placed 5th.
Yes.
It's weird that they are not able to take a step forward, but the underdogs, on the other hand, they always manage to rise up to the occasion. I wonder what's the difference going to be like this time around, right? Because you look at the teams, yes, the teams have grown, yes, the mechanical skills of these players have definitely been sharpened up, but we also have to take a look at the meta. This is the season for the snipers to rise up to the occasion.
The snipers have been buffed, excuse me. And I think that what's really good about this as well, I think there were like, whispers about the Indonesian squads running that double sniper. Seeing that is going to be fun. But again, as we go into this first game, I am curious to see what exactly is going to be happening. Is it going to be double snipers? Is it going to be a different kind of meta? What do you think, AJ?
Well, I think everybody's going to be aiming for peak this time around because of the high-tier loot zone, or it could also be a potential avoidance of these high-tier loot zones for the underdogs of the competition, just so that they avoid early annihilation from these lobbies. But one thing's for sure, we're gonna spot quite a number of hot drops because of the fact where we haven't built dominance on these compounds just yet. Day one is gonna be a very messy day, and I think we already see a couple of hot drops out there.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a very interesting moment here, where we are looking at Mars, Electra, and Pochino just completely full of players. Circle coming up toward the middle central side there. So the rotations coming in from southern side is going to be fun to see, especially AGL from Sentosa.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gun Dynasty up against Aurora. And this is going to be a little tough for Gun Dynasty if they don't manage to overwhelm the Malaysian squad, who has been performing extremely well in the recent past. And you've also got the team of Team Apex Gaming from India. Now, speaking of Aurora and the players of GD, let's see if or not they'll be able to knock each other out or very safely avoid each other after picking off a couple of points. Azrael Mac 10 in hand for medkits. No glue walls. Getting stuck in a battle could be deadly. But he does have the time turner on him, keeping the active skill alive. Let's see if or not they'll be able to engage well. Vega, on the other hand, already has the M82B in hand. Two players from the side of GD actually holding back. And David 444 moving on in, bringing the full squad for the attack. Jun's about to be in trouble here. David has the P90 as well, quickly avoids the engagement. And Aurora does not want a straightforward fight. A little mistake here from Azrael as he hops on into the battle. David won't find him. Zuez for the backup. And the Mag 7 shines for the side of Aurora, but they've already lost 2-3 players down the ground.
It's a chaotic moment here right now as Jun also gets knocked down quickly. Shomi comes through and somehow steals it away. Aurora Gaming eliminated too soon. Weren't able to tie down the last few moments. As we walk over on this side, TAG crossing over, GD will be waiting on the other side here, but they haven't been spotted out quite yet. If the rotation is good, I think that they may be able to come on to the screen right now as DRS is just completely annihilating PDX right now.
Yeah, Paradox up against DRS, 3 eliminations in hand. They started off really hot, but it looks like Paradox will have to back away from this equation here. Snipe with the VSS is going to be standing by to distract the players of the Rail Soldiers. Was his buddy makes it away from the compound, looking for the revival on the rest of the Paradox squad. Alu and Pratik making sure they don't make a mistake here. The Valiant Dash takes down Snipe's defenses. They pick up their 4th point. A great start for DRS.
Yeah, DRS just walk up and just took the area like it's nobody's business. Snipe back into the game as Madara does get knocked down here. EVOS, he does try to make a move onto the enemy team on the other side here, but they weren't able to find an opening toward them. Since DP does have the upper hand, drops down, but
टाइम से देख रहे हो ऐसे होता है
knocked out of the game already, and the rest of the team completely collapsed as EVOS run away into the other compound here. They're trying to just crunch them from different areas. Ray cannot hold on here. Rasha does get a pick up of his own, but DP doing a great job of just annihilating EVOS.
It was a great start here from Demon's Pride, taking on the reigning defending champions in EVOS Divine, trying to take them out of the equation, but it's not going to be that easy. The White Tigers of Indonesia rising to the occasion, instant pickups from their side, and they turn the tables on Demon's Pride, showing them who the true demons of this competition are.
It's honestly insane because the start off was just so in gets picked off by Falcon. Limit, a big pick up here already. Right timing. Just catch him off guard before EVOS was even able to reposition.
Yeah, great positioning from Rasya as far as the battle up against Demon's Pride was, but they did not expect Falcons to drop by. And here comes Gun Dynasty yet again in another battle. But yeah, prime play, but David Triple fall down on this round. But Team Apex Gaming needs a very early and up against the LATAM Giants.
Man, we already have
रुको देखते हैं
बाकी पूरी टीम की लाइनअप चेंज हुई है पर इस
यही देख लेते
हैं टीम ईवोस से मैं देखना
चाहूंगा अब इंग्लिश बोलोगे गांड फाड़ दूंगा चैट में
और यहाँ पे
यही करता रहेगा क्या बैठ के स्ट्रीमर हिंदी इंग्लिश
इसी के साथ यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट हो जाती है और दूसरी तरफ आप देख सकते हैं फैल्कन्स रुकने का नाम नहीं ले रही है और एक के बाद एक एलिमिनेशंस जोड़ते चले जा रहे हैं और पाकिस्तान की टीम डीमंस प्राइड भी यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट हो चुकी है फैल्कन्स
डीपी गया ऑरोरा गया टैग गया
3 एलिमिनेशन जो इन्होंने कमाए हैं वो उन्होंने EVOS डिवाइन के कुछ खिलाड़ियों को एलिमिनेट करके कमाया था ये कुछ नामी गिरामी चेहरे हम देख पा रहे थे हमारे मशहूर भारतीय कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को भी वहां पे और यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं EVOS को जो लंबा रोटेशन लगाने इस वक्त शिपयार्ड की टेरिटरी पे गई थी ये टीम और जैसे ही लूट कंप्लीट कर लिया आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे रासिया को शायद यहाँ से मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है परफेक्ट पोजीशन चाहिए उनको ताकि बाकी टीमों को
कितना फास्ट गेम है हम लोग तो अभी
ये कई बार रणनीति देखी है मैंने
लुटाते रहते
पैराडॉक्स कहना पड़ेगा शुरुआती पलों में DRS के हाथों बैकफुट में दिख रहे थे बट अब धीरे धीरे कम बैक करते हुए सामने खड़ी है यहाँ पे टाइटन ई स्पोर्ट्स क्लब फ्रॉम बांग्लादेश और पीना की ओर से कार 98 का उग्र प्रहार वाओ रेचा वहां पे नॉकआउट जरूर है वहां पे शायद रेचा
भाई क्या मार रहा है ये
अभी भी नॉकआउट पड़े पीना और लिमिट के ऊपर अब कहीं ना कहीं जिम्मेदारी होगी यहाँ पे अपनी
मजा नहीं है हिंदी में इंग्लिश मस्त है तुम लोग मैच दो एक जो है बैठ के स्ट्रीमर किया ना तुम लोग बहनचो ये आइसक्रीम चाहिए वो आइसक्रीम चाहिए
EVOS in one compound in the corner.
कोई भी चैट में हिंदी इंग्लिश करे और सीधा उसको टाइम आउट देना
as it's just slowly dwindling but the northern side is hectic right now.
Rough fight here for GD. They take on the champions of the Esports World Cup 2024 in Falcons, but GD themselves, they are very sound in terms of mechanically able squad in the world of Free Fire. This battle is going to be a rough one for them. Now they're trying to sneak outside the compound of the blue zone here. They get scanned out by the binoculars as well. Falcons does have a tad bit of information, but David Triple 4 again, the most lethal player on the side of Gun Dynasty.
Oh man.
Rushing on up, Racha versus David Triple 4 is going to be a rough one for Racha, but they do have the electrotherapy on their side. Wow. Dash breaks down their defenses. Racha with the M590, but David again, lethal with a Mag 7, pops his in. Vega takes out on fire, and LATAM showing you exactly what they can do on the world stage.
This is crazy. That circle rotation meant that a lot of fights were going to be happening as this rotation comes through. Middle circle full in control of Loud here as we look at the Falcons try to find their way into the zone. And they're not stopping. That sniper is just doing so much damage in the hands of these players. Found by GD already, and quickly amazing work coming from them. Limit alone as Vegeta comes through. Limit trying to get a pick off here, and he's done it.
I mean, yeah, David got taken down once again, but he's the rusher. He's very aggressive. But the backup from Shiru, the backup from Blaine, it is absolutely perfect. Now, we used to see David Triple 4 play for Juicy Sports on the Free Fire World Series USA, and the guy was lighting up the battlefield. Recently acquired by Gun Dynasty for a good reason, to stomp down these squads out here at the Esports World Cup. Let's see how far they can go. But Falcons, And not out of it just yet, completing their full revival spree here. Back
सारे
to
recall हो गए
a full
इनके.
squad, but can they loot up and be battle ready before the next
सारे
circle?
recall हो गए chat
Speaking of
इनके.
that as well, I mean, EVOS had so many close calls throughout this entire game. I think there was two times that they nearly got knocked out and somehow survived middle of the circle already. As On Fire runs for his life. Sypha going in for that chase. Gonna try and stay alive, but he's crunched here as eventually gets taken down. AGL, one more to their name.
Yeah, On Fire just had no chance there in that situation. AGL just swooping on and spotting a little prey and showing that they can be a prime predator. But of course, that was a 2v1. A little bit of an unfair fight. Now a team that has been keeping very quiet is Buriram. They've managed to build a lot of respect for these other squads, especially here on the Esports World Cup stage. Can this be their the third time here at EWC, and maybe the third time's the charm for the Thai squad?
Last movements now, we are seeing still DRS and PDX still very much outside the zone, really taking their time here. But DRS is slowly moving toward Pina and is making me a little bit nervous for them.
Loud. They definitely are a loud squad out there. Very constant organization on our global stage around the 2021-2023 timing. But they've been missing the past couple of years. Now back with a brand new roster. And On Fire, man, Falcons just can't catch a break, can they? Gun Dynasty showing them exactly who's going to be ruling these lobbies from the get-go. On Fire again. Just outnumbered the players on the side of Falcons. Yes, they did manage to run around getting those revives, but the team just spread out too thin on the battlefield.
Yeah, they weren't able to play together in these situations. You know, you're seeing a lot of
damage
that's it. As immediately Takuri finds limit, and Falcons, that's it for them. Not able to come back into the game.
Yeah,
now,
unfortunately, he was just too broke. Even if he got to a vending machine, which is quite far in that situation, wouldn't have been able to bring anyone back. He was looking for those coins, and Takuri found some coins out of him instead.
Yeah. Now, the southern side here is very interesting, AJ. Look at the amount of teams here. You have EVOS hanging out, PDX as well. I wouldn't be surprised if a big fight were to happen around here, and it's going to be fire, because GD right now is so comfortable northern side and alone.
Absolutely. 5 teams out of the equation already. Paradox still alive and kicking alongside the Rail Soldiers. Speaking of the Rail Soldiers, they drop into some hot soup and they're about to get cooked here if they don't walk away with some good elimination. Stroax won't find Jiru. Vega taken out as well. David shut down by Guaka, and Loud interfering in this battle. Can they walk away as the best third party for day 1, game 1? Gun Dynasty with your final survivor. It's been a great run so far, but the vending machine a tad bit too far away from him.
EVOS और Loud आसपास ही है.
Hard to really do anything in this situation. Buriram also coming into the zone as well. But in this situation here, DRS with the upper hand, just because they have a bit more of a second
Can he do it?
area.
Nice. Tried to run away. Had the vehicle. Got sniped, quickly hopped on out of it to play the recovery. Now going to be tanking the damage from the blue. But he's looking for the vending machine. He's got enough coins to bring the full squad back. All he needs to do is just run out of bullseye. But the problem is, he's right in the middle of the bullseye of the crosshairs of the opposite teams who are looking for an extra point and an extra team to eliminate.
And how PDX is moving here. They're just trying to find a way into the game here. PDX should probably come through into the peripherals of Loud as well. Now Russia, big kill there onto a player, and even Sneaky somehow off the grid. Gets knocked out as well.
Let's see if not AGAL can sneak on in. They're in a great position here, but just a tad bit too close to the edge of the current zone, which is moving aggressively. The problem is going to be DRS for AGL as they try to rotate in. They do have a little bit of compound cover. But Gun Dynasty, full revive, clutch play. The squad is back, but the circle is small. Getting fished out of the skies is a big possibility here. Let's see how the luck is for the side of Gun Dynasty.
Interestingly enough as well, the rotations coming in. Well, DRS very comfortable in the middle side area as well, as we see Snipe getting knocked out here by Trap. Immediately is sent to the lobby, but Takuri is the one that takes away that point.
Let's see exactly what the reigning defending champions EVOS can do. It has been a rough start for them, but recovery has been solid for EVOS. Just 6 eliminations, not too high, but it's not about the number of eliminations for EVOS. They just want to get to that final circle, safe and sound, just like what Buriram is doing. And I feel like that is going to be the sound strategy if you want to get into the grand finals as well as walk away with the championship at the end of the day. The game has turned around. It's no longer about pure domination on eliminations. It's all about can you get the booyah when you truly need it, and you got to start practicing early.
I agree with you. I think Buriram United has always lacked that approach, right? They find that last possible moment, just really come in, steal away the booyah and those extra few points in the last few battles. We can see a few players taking a bit more damage in the rotations. GD comes through here, will cross paths with DRS. BN is already at the bottom side. Even Vijay is here as well.
Oh, fuck, David. Unfortunate for him. They have to pick him up. They have to defend David at all costs here. It's going to be tough. Nameless sprayed down. Moshi with a snipe from across. AWM solid. Barros taken out of the equation as well. AGL scurrying around, barely any points on their side. And as expected, the pressure is on as they try to look for the next circle. And they're going to make a wild rotation round to see if or not they can stab the players on the side of DRS as well as Gun Dynasty. But they're going to be pressured with all of the glue wall melters. This is Gun Dynasty from the outside. DRS from the high ground advantage up against them as well. On the opposite side, Loud doing a number on the rest of the players out there. Buriram fighting the players of AGL as well as EVOS. Things are getting messy.
Yeah, you knocked out its team wipe out so quickly as AGL is now out. DRS trying to find a way into the circle and stay alive. EVOS barely holding on, taking so much damage and pressure from other teams and the zone as well.
Bro, Loud और GD और ये सब आपस में नहीं Loud देख रहा है EVOS को नहीं आने देगा.
Can he continue to pull in more numbers for the team? They are in a great spot, but they also need to move on into the circle. And they've got a great position to attack DRS. EVOS Divine on the other hand. Lightning goes right above their heads. And this is a classic play out of Gun Dynasty, if we've ever seen one. And through the lightning zone, there is a big advantage here. Loud on the other hand, is not stepping on out too much. They will take a little bit of hit from the lightning zone, but nothing that they want to worry about so far. Moshi with the snipe. He was still once again under pressure. But the pickups are instantaneous. They've got the haystack for the extra defense as well. But the angles from the rest of the squad just putting EVOS in a pinch and eliminating them from the lobby.
Yeah, EVOS is now out and down for the count as DRS rushes through into the safer zone here. Trying to find a way to stay alive and stay healthy. They do. As Loud trying to find a way to just really find an angle onto Buriram United. We see some utilities coming out who just really zone them away. But no one's making a move quite yet.
Not yet. Buriram. Cool, calm, collected. Just taking advantage of any extra points they can find out there. Not getting too aggressive just yet. But now up against Gun Dynasty. Can we see Buriram shine, or will Gun Dynasty continue to stomp every single squad they come across? They triple four, still alive and kicking. But Nell, their super savior, still alive and kicking. Gun Dynasty looking absolutely solid to build their dynasty here, right here on game one. Loud on the other hand, backing away. BZP tagged up from the back. Waka, Vegas taken out. It's DRS striking up against Gun Dynasty, and they've got 13 eliminations in the Nepali squad. Absolute wonder run so far on game one.
Yeah, and Loud has made a huge, I would say, tactical retreat. A lot of space held, a lot of cover as well built, but it doesn't stop the damage. Trying their best to stay alive right now as BRU tries to put in the pressure onto their team. They can't do more than that. They do steal away the players of GD. One player knocked out already, and BRU already on a rampage on 2-5. Loud, 6 eliminations, putting the pressure onto Buriram United. Not happening, staying alive. Despite the chunk of damage coming through for the util.
Yeah, Trap just playing true to his name and bringing in the thrill of battle with the A124, trapping in Buriram. They could not use their active skills, and they actually had to wait that out. Quite a number of seconds lost already, but Buriram quickly recovering from the thrill of battle attack. Loud played the timing well, but Buriram had the extra layer of defense with those fences. And now here comes Takuri. Waka finds Moshi. The sniper of Buriram's out of the equation, and Takuri can do a number on them. Can he nade out the full squad of Buriram? It goes wide attack big. Now Takuri needs to become the doctor for the squad. David for the final player on the side of Gun Dynasty that's alive and kicking, but they've done well enough in this game. 17 eliminations strong. Final 4 teams, 4 regions in the final circle, and Gun Dynasty is the first one to tap out.
Yeah, it's insane now. Brum United waiting in the wings. Strokes trying to find a way to chunk down the damage on Brum United, but they have built a fortress. Wasana repositions, rushes through, trying to find a pickup, but he's not able to do so. And PTP finds the members of Brum United. They're all knocked down.
It's all about the timing, and Loud knows that well. They move on in. They've already taken advantage with the initial knock. Takuri has got the quad in hand. Rate of fire up close and personal is going to be deadly. But if Loud continues to close down the distance, those M590s are going to be popping some heads for sure. Trap once again. Thrill of battle locked in. And you cannot use your active skills to take them on. But that knock buys them a little bit of extra time. What can Strowex do? It's a 1v3. It's got a sniper in hand. M590s loaded up on the side of Loud. It's a 3v1 easy play here. Strowex jumps on back. Loud says absolutely not. They take away the first win. And Brazil showing that they are going to be making a lot of noise here on the stage.
They're loud, they're dominant, and they know exactly what they're doing. Knowing exactly when to attack and when to go for those tactical retreats. They built a massive wall for safety and kept the distance from them and the other teams. Amazing work.
Loud,
thank you for the membership.
The Esports World Cup 2024, but technically as Team Solid, a majority of the Team Solid players on Loud right now, and they are here to run circles around these teams. Again, Tash, I mentioned during the game, it's not about how many eliminations you get. It's all about strategizing your way towards the final circle, surviving long enough, and taking advantage of the right situations. And that was executed perfectly by this Brazilian squad.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see them as well. They weren't too flashy super early. We saw through that mid-game, they made so much noise. They started to get really active. They started to really move around that map. And they're tactical on which fights they wanted to take and which fights they decided to just leave alone.
And I have to say, it's Trap that was the mastermind of that battle, constantly pulling the timing perfectly for the side of Loud. If it wasn't for them, I think Buriram would have had an easier rotation in that final circle to avoid the battle. But the thrill of battle, and again, even in the final battle up against these players from the side of DRS, it was the thrill of battle that made the biggest of difference. And this guy is not just the support player who activates the thrill of battle from the back and then allows the rest of his team members to get the job done. He hops on into the fight as well with the M590. Phenomenal mechanical skill, phenomenal timing. Everything went well here for Loud, but I have to say that was a really messy lobby, because again, that's exactly what you expect here. Day one, game one, you barely know where your opponents are going to be dropping. I mean, you can go in and do a little bit of research, but it's really a toss of a coin at the end of the day. And I think Loud handled these situations out there really fine.
Yeah, and I think what's really exciting is that for me personally, I thought that today we're going to be seeing the rise of the underdogs, right? The more quieter teams that never really made that big splash quite yet, because that's usually how day one goes, because everyone's a little bit more cautious. Regardless, after this, we'll be seeing more of the Free Fire at EWC, so do not go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Play
Brazil is the strongest region in FF. Brazil भाई
Whenever we let
बहुत चीजों में बहुत strong है भाई. एक टाइम पे बैलो में भी था भाई लाउड का टीम. कोच इंडिया का है.
Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
Hello guys, welcome to EWC 2026 Paris. I'm Conchita and right next to me is Wasana from Buriram United Esports. We're gonna have a bit of a chit chat. Of course, we have Kay here to help translate us as well. Okay, Wasana, welcome back to EWC 2026. It's so great to have you back. How does it feel to be back and how is the preparation leading up to the World Cup?
ก่อนอื่นเลยนะครับขอยินดีต้อนรับน้องวัฒนาแล้วก็ทีมบุรีรัมย์นะครับเข้าสู่การแข่งขัน EWC 2026 ณ กรุงปารีสนะฮะอยากสอบถามว่ารู้สึกยังไงบ้างที่ได้กลับมาเล่นในรายการนี้แล้วก็พร้อมขนาดไหนฮะก็รู้สึกดีใจมากครับที่ได้มาเล่นในรายการนี้ก็เป็นหนึ่งในรายการที่พวกผมอยากคว้าแชมป์ไม่ได้ครับแล้วก็
आपको क्या लगता है
การเตรียมตัว
कोई इंडियन टीम जाएगी फाइनल
พร้อมครับเต็มที่เลย 100% ครับ
I don't know भाई मैंने इतना लेवल नहीं देखा फ्री फायर का
on EWC stage and we are so ready. Our preparation is like so can't wait to be back on the stage.
Ooh, okay. So speaking of preparation, we all know that the other teams are also going for the title, obviously. This is the one title that Buriram United really wanted to have. What do you think is the biggest obstacle that you're going to have to face on the stage this year?
ก็เมื่อกี้เราพูดถึงว่าเราเตรียมตัวมาอย่างดีเลยใช่ไหมฮะอยากสอบถามว่าทุกทีมเขาก็เตรียมตัวมาพร้อมมากที่จะได้ขึ้นเป็นแชมป์ในรายการ EWC 2026 เนี่ยฮะอยากสอบถามว่าเรามีอุปสรรคอะไรไหมในช่วงการเตรียมตัวการแข่งขันครั้งนี้ครับ
ก็น่าจะเป็นเรื่องสำหรับผมก็น่าจะเป็นเรื่องสุขภาพแบบเรื่องแบบปัญหาของตัวเรามากกว่าก็คือตอนนี้ก็พร้อม 100% แล้วครับ
Yeah, for me, I think like it's gonna be like our health issue, like our health condition, because like we have to fly over to like from Bangkok directly to Paris, and the weather is like it's very hot right now. But right now we are good to go.
Good to go, well adjusted, even though, yeah, of course, it takes a lot and a while to get here. But speaking of contenders, who do you think is the biggest rival that you have on the World Cup right now? Because if we're talking about EFOS Divine, yes, they are the reigning champions, but it hasn't really been a great year for them.
ก็อยากสอบถามว่าคิดว่าทีมไหนฮะที่จะเป็นว่าแบบเป็นอุปสรรคหรือว่าเป็นตัวที่แบบว่าเป็นทีมที่ทำให้เราเข้าถึงจุดที่เรียกว่าเราได้แชมป์ได้ยากที่สุดครับ
जहाँ पे सुपर चैट का ऑप्शन आता है वहीं पे गिफ्ट्स का ऑप्शन आता है उस पे क्लिक करे हो जाएगा टैग वाले डर के ना खेले बस बाकी दे आर वन ऑफ द ट्रॉफी कंटेंडर्स
I think that there's
यार तुम देखो ना माइंडसेट देखो बाहर वाली टीम अगर बिल्कुल सबको ऐसा बेवकूफ समझती है तो उसी तरीके से खेलती है यार
The biggest obstacle gonna be like ourselves and our
हम लोगों का इतना प्रेशर रहता है इंटरनेशनल
practice everything gonna be fine.
मतलब लगने लगता है कि obviously international है लेकिन लगने लगता है कि भाई मतलब
Is there anything you'd like to say to the other team that are also competing against you today?
มีอะไรอยากจะฝากทีมที่จะเล่นกับเราในวันนี้บ้างไหมฮะ
ก็วันนี้ผมขอจองท็อป 1 ไว้ก่อนนะครับ
एम डूल खेलो भाई जीते आ रहे
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can feel the competition already. Thank you so much, Wasana. Thank you for having this interview and thank you for watching us.
Welcome back, everyone. We start off our first match today hot and loud as Booyah is the one to get that first Booyah of the day.
It's nice to see the top 4 teams within the first game in itself be from 4 different regions out here. Everybody's hungry. But what has been shocking the world is how Gun Dynasty is running the game out there. Eliminations-wise, they absolutely knocked the ball out of the park. We have to respect the absolute tenacity. They bumped into many squads and barely anyone was able to keep up with them. I mean, even Falcons multiple times, they just got hunted down. And that's exactly what you expect out of the LATAM squad. Again, mechanically very sound, and it looks like they have definitely worked on their rotations a lot. I feel like this is one of those teams we have to look out for. Looking like a solid team to make it into our grand finals. Maybe even one of the first 4 to qualify into the grand finals directly. But DRS, that was the standout team for me because nobody would have expected that sort of a performance out of the Nepali squad.
Yeah, coming into DRS as well, I think that they're really good not only at rotations but also moving with their fights. They have a lot of zone control when they find an area. They are not quick to give it away either, and they're not quick to just really go and overhit and go for these fights. I'm seeing a lot of respect they're giving to other teams to make sure that in terms of survivability, they can survive all the way to the later stages of the map.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, in this game, what sounds easy is absolutely difficult to execute out there. On the battlefield, we talk about how important the mechanical skills are. We talk about how important the decision making and the timing is going to be for a lot of the squads out here. But DRS pulled off these things absolutely perfect in this first game. Right? You look at the mechanical skills, they were handling some of those gunfights like pros. Their timing were absolutely perfect. They have great numbers behind them. And it's a bit of a shocker for me because we definitely saw their performance at the Free Fire Max Asia Invitational. And they didn't really give us a lot to talk about, right? They had some good games, but fairly inconsistent with their run. But a game this explosive up against a lineup of squads that's, you know, global level, superstars, multiple-time world champions, it's insane. You got to respect that out of Nepal. Now, the big question is, of course, going to be whether or not we're going to see the consistent plays out of them.
Yeah, and I think what's really, important to think about not only is just consistency. I'm a big believer that you gotta fail in order to do well.
Yeah.
And I think that now that you mentioned the DRS didn't really have a good run, maybe they learned a lot from it. Maybe they picked up the weaknesses and made it way better for here. But again, this is after all the first map. It's still, I think, a heat check for many of these teams. They're trying to figure out where the drops are, how each team plays, how the rotations are going to go.
Yeah, and also if you look at it from a standpoint of how much of pressure these squads are under, the bigger your name is, the more your achievements, the bigger the pressure is going to be.
Yes.
Everybody expects you to perform. And if you're a team like Dario, Soldiers, DRS, the expectations are fairly low. They have got nothing to lose, right? It's the first time they're here on the global stage. It's one of the regions that we have brought in to play on a stage like this, and they are shining right now. They have to make sure they don't allow their nerves to catch up with them. It's going to be rough if they do. But if they continue on with this momentum, I think it's going to be a solid run for DRS. They might just be the underdogs that we have been looking out for all of these years. But again, consistency on a stage like this is very difficult to hold on to. We have even seen teams like Fluxo kind of flunk out. So what more DRS, right? But if they do manage to pull it off, it will definitely be a legendary run.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. You know, coming in, we've seen so many legendary teams just really, find their way almost to the finishing line and then just completely lose their cool. And the thing is, when you have nothing to lose, when you are on a big stage where you're just saying, hey, let's just come in here, have a great time without having to really bow down to the pressure from the bigger teams, you can make your name in history. And at Esports World Cup, everything is earned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Team Apex Gaming earlier, the team from India, got knocked out with no placement points whatsoever. Only 2 eliminations to their name. And I feel like this is one of those teams that we can expect to see perform a little bit better here on Solara. As we hop on in, these light rails are going to be attracting many teams to your compound. I think the third-party situation in Solara has always been extremely exciting to watch. And it looks like Gun Dynasty is looking for a big fight again with the early clash up against the Malaysians. Aurora Gaming, Eco Drain, battle up against Gun Dynasty. It's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, and it's always going to be super exciting when you go for these early fights. The rest of the map, though, fairly safe other than Delta Isle. Delta Isle right now also is, I think, very, very hectic. Now, in this situation there, I am wanting to see how GD is going to be handling this. As we're rushing forward already, barely alive, as Astra already had turned on that time turner.
Yeah, this is a 50-50 early hot drop. Aurora does have a chance in here if they can manage to flank around and play their strategy well. Trogon in the hands of Jun. Axel, AUG in hand. The sniper of the squad does not have his preferred gun. Jun for the backup. Axel nails him down with a headshot off of the AUG. And it's a great start here for the Malaysian squad. Maybe this is that perfect comeback, that perfect revenge early on. GD snuffed them out, kicking them out of the lobby a tad bit too early. But Nell, again, the super savior of the squad, will hit that double revive, making sure even if Gun Dynasty falls early here up against Aurora, they will stay in the lobby. But the White Tigers, they smell blood and they want the point.
Yeah, they're coming in as a third party here as well. Gives a bit of space for Aurora to go for that reposition. It's a bit quiet right now. They don't want to do anything. They can see Aurora leaving away from the area. GD, you got to deal with the White Tigers right now.
Apex. The Kimbo Vector in hand. Rate of fire is there. The damage questionable for sure. Spots one out is the cord. And it looks like he's going to be tagging himself in. Beautiful, valiant dash. Aim got hopping on in with that backup.
It was 4 mana.
They definitely had the advantage on their side with the numbers. And on the other side, AGAL up against TEC. It looks like AGAL just weren't having a good run up against them.
No, it's just so unlucky to meet them. I just want to say I'm living this proactivity coming in from EBOS. They heard sounds coming through. They go in and just force that third-party fight. But in this situation, I was surprised it didn't go 3 ways. Aurora, this time around, they got knocked a bit too early just now. They want to make up for just now.
Benel versus Aim God. It's a 1v1. Fair fight. Aim God spots him. First shot finds no connection. Benel looking for the quick reposition. But the rest of the EVOS squad, they've entered the compound already. Benel's in a tad bit of trouble, to say the least. Wolven back and away. Team Apex Gaming, can they take the fight up against the 2024 Esports World Cup champions and walk away with the victory here? There is a vending machine in play, and you can see the Apex player already camping away at it in case they need to pull in. A quick revival. Raja on the hunt. Sahil Jad has been spotted out already. Wolvin sticking his head out. That is a bait on fire, flanking around from the right-hand side. Max 7, his own glue wall keeps him in a way, and Wolvin with a timely time turner to keep himself in the run.
Oh man, and here comes the firepower from the Falcons, knocking a majority of the TAG players down here. 2 eliminations already done and out here, and now they go for more. TAG is stuck in the corner. 3 players crunching him all alone. The wave from On Fire is here. A 2v1 swing out means that he cannot survive.
Man, KD God, I don't know where he is, but he was in a fantastic spot to punish the players on the side of Falcons. Managed to get a double knock, but the recovery from your 2024 EWC champions absolutely swift. But KD God in trouble now. Team Apex Gaming.
Nice way.
They've already hit the revive. And they're holding on. Riptide rhythm from KD God just to put a little bit extra pressure on them. The nade is in his hands. Pina on the chase. KD God will stay safe still. And now he has an advantage as he hops off of the slide rails, takes another shot straight to the back. And Pina with the mini Uzi looking to see if or not he can take him out of the equation. Vending machine right beside. It's a 1v1. KD God has the better gun in this situation, but Pina absolutely sneaky, just hopping on from the back of the glue wall, taking the shots, quickly hiding away. And from having a disadvantage with the gun, Pina turns things around.
Oh my gosh, that was a hot chase from the other side of the map all the way till here. Movement was insane coming from this guy.
Oh yeah. Gotta respect Falcons this time, hungry for those points. They obviously wanted a better run in the earlier game, did not find it for themselves. Got kicked out of the lobby with just 10 points on their side. Very aggressive game 1 for Falcons. 7 eliminations, but only 3 placement points. You just have to make sure the same mistake is not made here on Solara. But so far, so good. You see the coins on the side absolutely stacked up. And DEC, one of the favorites from Bangladesh, alive and kicking with a ton of elimination points already on their side in the Solara game.
Oh man, Barrow's putting a damage on the Falcons team. Takes a lot of damage, almost getting knocked down here, but moves around the area, cannot survive, and knocked out as well.
Yeah, Barrow's great play on the 1v1. Thrill of Battle popped in a timely manner, locking him down. And a swift elimination right after. AGL on the prowl, looking for some extra points. But Cypher's gonna get caught out here. Jazzy Aswa and the smooth criminal Cypher quickly getting away. Barros looking for the backup and the bait and switch. Barros now holding back. Jazzy taken out of the equation. Barros, you monster.
That was the biggest nope I've ever seen in my life, and Cypher is the one to turn things around there. Aswap down and out. Gonna try and see where exactly he can go in this situation. Coming in terms of rotations here, a lot of players already inside of the zone. Mid-side area, I'm really curious. I'm seeing AGL and Loud there.
AGL, again, this is their 3rd EWC. Just like Buriram, perhaps 3rd time's the charm. David 444 taken out early here. This is one of the prime players out of Gun Dynasty. And Buriram hunting them down one after the other. You messed around with us in the previous game. We could not get to the Booyah. And this time, we will take you out of the lobby early. Buriram says. But can we see a recovery again? Benel, the super savior of Gun Dynasty, keeping them in the race.
Honestly, getting that pickup right as the glue wall goes down is just diabolical. Now, the zone has shifted a little bit more here. And in this situation, most players already coming back into the game.
Man, but now, what in the world? This guy...
He has most revivals.
Yeah, he's definitely got the most revivals so far. And it is absolutely brilliant to see him pull off these amazing saves in such an insane lobby on a stage like this. I wonder how is he managing to get things done, and how is he having so many coins on his side? We got to check that out later. He was divine though. 3 eliminations. Aggressive start this time around, but they want more. DRS up against Falcons. They had a phenomenal run in game 1. And Falcons are trying to deny that already. Strowex, fantastic shot. He eliminates Pina from the equation, but no glue wall, but the time turner on his side allows him a quick recovery. Kar 98 in hand. Anybody that takes the slide rails up against Alu might be in a tad bit of trouble, but Falcons not going to make that mistake just yet.
Doing the due diligence here, dotting their I, crossing their T's as well. I think DRS is doing, I think, fairly wise to just really back away from this fight.
Yeah.
Now for Falcons, they brought back Pina into the game. That's more firepower once again on their side here. The southern side here, DP and AGL looks very interesting right now.
Falcons understanding that Alu would probably pop their heads if they took the slide rail, trying to just cut the distance down with the vehicles. On the other side, Demon Sprite, top 16, tagged up already. That Moko giving away his position, and it's too easy for Dew to go in for the follow-up. Super Sniper turned Russia in the situation, connected with the electrotherapy. This is the result of too many clash squads.
And in this situation as well, I think everyone is just sort of like kind of moving away on that western side here, just trying to find a way into the zone, making sure that they don't get sniped out as they take that slide rails. We saw so many of that happening way too soon. Well, it is fun for us viewers to see it, but for them, it's probably a very, I would say, high-stakes, heart-attack situation.
The Clash Masters competitions have forced the snipers to play a closer range battle, which means more shotguns, more SMGs, and it is having its results shown beautifully on the Battle Royale scene. And that's just going to be making these snipers so much more deadlier. Long range, short range. They're now becoming all-rounders. But this next circle, though, looking deadly. Falcon scanning out the area of Team Apex. Sahil Jad gets caught in the binocular scan. Pina Raja not waiting. They sustain some shots, but they're going straight in for the elimination. And a four-man scan here, potentially by the White Tigers. EVOS Divine and a double scan. Probably Aurora as well as Loud. EVOS in trouble, as two teams have got the information on them. Team Apex Gaming, on the other hand, already scanned out by the Falcon squad earlier on, but Falcons are the ones who are in a tad bit more trouble.
Ooh, nice shot.
Sahyajat looking for the revival, pulls Shoto back into the race, but he sacrifices himself in the same run.
I mean, what can you do to just really survive longer here?
That's it. KD God in trouble. Out of the pen, into the fire. Running straight. EVOS Divine does not spot him out.
They don't know.
This could just be that survival play, but Tech is right behind him, so this is going to be a tad bit difficult. Oh, now Thriller battle, GG, bro. I don't know if or not that was super intentional, but KD God now clipped on by the Thriller battle, has got no way to use his active skill. But EVOS Divine not making the mistake of looking for one extra point and potentially sacrificing two of their players. They know the players of TEC is right there beside them. So moving to find an extra point might put them in a little bit of trouble, and the veteran experience of EVOS Divine keeping them alive and kicking. But the Rail Soldiers hopping on in as well. This is about to become a rough three-way battle.
Yeah, coming through here as well, because KD got finally knocked down as well. As TEC, their compound is being taken away. DRS gonna try to really hunker down here in the situation. Maybe wait out those fights, or hoping for an opening to either go in for the fight or just go for a tactical retreat.
Yeah, playing on the meta, the AWM, the VSKs, they've got the long-range weapons perfect for Solara. And I will not doubt those M590s are on standby for the pop as well. Great rotation by EVOS Divine, avoiding the initial engagement with DRS and just taking the position right below the players of Titan Esports Club. This means Bangladesh is going to have a rough time to get out of their spot, but thankfully the circle's still with them. The next zone is going to be crucial to see which teams get caught out here on the rotation. There is a high chance it moves towards the conglomeration of the three squads here. EVOS Divine, TEC as well as DRS.
DRS, you're being very, very patient, but the problem is right now you go toward EVOS, there's the potential of getting knocked out by TEC from that top side of the building as well.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a situation where you just have to wait out things.
Nice play. And now it's just all-out annihilation. Messy as multiple teams are so close to each other. Gun Dynasty does not manage the ambush, but Demon Sprite are swapped too low. And the final bullet by Vega takes him out of the equation. David's picked right back up, and again Gun Dynasty is going to be a bit of a troublemaker in the final circle.
Now the wait happens here, as we already see that for Aurora surviving a little bit longer this time, and they want to go for this fight against GD. In front of them, they already got it at one pickoff here. Aurora doing very well. Fire dragging the players of GD, but they still have 3 more members to worry about on the other side.
Yeah, to snuff out Gun Dynasty, you gotta take Badel out of the equation because that man is a miracle worker for these revives. Somehow, he always brings the rest of the team members back in, but without him, they're gonna crumble one after the other. Vega taken out of the equation as well, and it looks like Gun Dynasty, that's the end for them. Aurora and Loud, this is gonna be a rough rotation for them as everybody else has hopped on in, as anticipated earlier on. The next circle finds EVOS, TEC as well as DRS, but now they've got one extra contender. AGAL have found safe haven here in the next circle already. Teams like Falcons, Loud, Buriram, Aurora, they're gonna have to battle it out before stepping into the next zone.
And it is annoying and a very rough area here to the side here. Guangsa does fight one, and here comes the nades as well. The reposition is good. Trap doing huge damage onto the members of Buriram United.
One more, baby. And that's just gonna keep them at bay. Get High Excel looking for the pickup on phone. He has the electrotherapy though, and that keeps his buddy alive and kicking.
No way.
AGAL on the other hand, annihilate DRS Gaming. Finally, DRS had stayed in there for long enough. They were keeping an eye on EVOS, and AGAL with the backstab took advantage of that situation. Wasana's gonna get snuffed out as well. And it looks like Buriram again not gonna have a fantastic run at the start of our Esports World Cup. Third run, Team Falcons out. The Thai squad dropping like flies one after the other. But AGAL looking to represent the nation absolutely strong as they look for a big battle up against Loud potentially right after this.
Yeah, Team White already as well for Aurora. They've already been eliminated here. As for the White Tigers, trying to fight away, to move away from this area. TEC is being so annoying, pressuring them from that top side, not able to move. And they have made a nice mountain to climb over and take this fight face to face.
Yes, that way to heaven. But who goes to heaven? Is it gonna be you guys or TEC right above? And smart play by EVOS here. They don't quickly rush on up. They understand that AGAL is holding on to a prime position right behind them. And they do have the advantage with the move of the circle. AGL will have to keep an eye on Loud. And TEC, they don't need to do much with that high ground. They just need to play fishing here. They do have a prime spot and a big advantage in terms of how that circle is now gonna move.
AGL looking really good just now. They move away. Russia's big opening up to do is going to put a spanner in the works for AGAL. EVOS forced out here, takes the fight too loud.
Shooting the feed. Russia, sneaky play, has got the stealth bites of the Morse as well. But this is going to be a rough one for Russia if he cannot quickly catch up with the rest of his team members, and great placements of glue walls with the extra assistance of the stealth bites. EVOS are the first ones to make that move. TEC is going to be holding back. And Loud in a lot of trouble up against EVOS as well as TEC, but they've got the double vehicles on their side for the quick reposition. And now this is where Russia can be troublesome as he quickly shoots at those vehicles, lighting them up.
Yeah, that's the repositioning going to be taken away from them. And now Loud is stuck in a corner. What a shot coming in from Russia. Traded out though by Guangsa. But Ray, nice damage onto Saifa as well, taking 2 fights at the same time.
Oh, AGAL and Ray with the God nades hitting a triple, saving AGAL for the time being. TEC were doing a number on them, but EVOS Divine just ruining the party of Bangladesh right there and then. Ray with the final nade onto Kutush. The pickups were solid, and now the battle between EVOS and Loud. They take the fight straight up. They understand that they are going to be a problem. Aim gone to the M590. Valiant Dash already used up, and he finds BZP from around the glue wall, looking for another. Annihilates BZP first, and EVOS Divine looking strong for the Booyah.
He's looking so good right now. Have 15 eliminations already. Guangsa and Nix already knocked out of the game. Loud with only 1 member still alive. What are you going to do here as AGL? Nameless still managing to steal away 1 more Elim. Titan Esports Club now down for the count. As EVOS, they know exactly where Nameless is. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do here? A triple man push, but there's still 1 more player Cloud to worry about.
Amazing run from Titan Esports Club. But Aim God now looking to clean up house. Nameless found, Thriller battle pop. Nameless has no chance, and they all gang up upon him. Playing the game of numbers, looking for the final Loud player out there. No back-to-back Booyah for Brazil. EVOS Divine, the reigning defending champions will say. And the Wonder Kid Russia does it again with a final elimination.
Russia putting in the damage and pressure to every single one of these teams. EVOS have been so proactive with these early fights, maintaining the aggression all the way till that last final fight.
Oh, this is what you want to see. We're reigning defending champs, not taking it lying down, but rising up to the occasion and showing everyone, not just rotations, but mechanically they're still sound. And yes, questions have been asked. What is going to happen to EVOS? Because after winning the Esports World Cup last year, they have been dormant. They have just been hibernating. They have not been a massive threat in any of the competitions that they hopped on into. But this is not that same EVOS Divine. They are rising up to the occasion and they want to prove that the White Tigers are not here to play. They are here to annihilate. Look at these nades, man. I mean, they were a flurry that instantly snuffed out the chances of Titan Esports Club.
You know what's really interesting? In so many interviews, they said, what is our secret weapon? It was Russia. And he did. We saw that pressure coming in from him. But Ray as well is putting in and showing us why exactly he's also part of the team.
You know, a big problem that I had with the EVOS Divine run in 2025 is that without Russia, I think they would have lost out in many of those lobbies. Just like what Benel is doing for the side of the players of Gun Dynasty. We saw Razia being that backup player, the sniper that continuously revived the rest of his team members. But this time, they're not putting the responsibility on the shoulder of their super sniper. They're all playing their role. I think the rotations are so much more tighter. The teamwork is looking solid. And I feel like it was not like any of those players were bad. It's just that strategically, they were trying out a flavor that perhaps did not favor them. And it required multiple clutches from Russia. This time, if they continue this run, they don't need Russia to clutch it out. They are going to annihilate everyone.
Yeah, it's always important to talk about like how each player is individually important, right? Right now, match standings look so good. EVOS with 41 points, matching up with Loud Sneakers so quickly as well. We've only seen 2 maps.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great equalizer here from EVOS. But again, shout out to DRS Gaming, the Rail Soldier, showing us that when you give a underdog team a opportunity on a stage like this, they will not let it go that easy. They're keeping up with the pressure that the competition brings, and they are delivering on every bit of expectation from the Nepalese fans. But here on the second page, you see there's a small little problem. India definitely has got one of the biggest crowds in terms of fan base, but they're not doing too well just yet. Now we've got Carol with the players here. Let's see exactly what the interview has for us. Tash and I will be right back with you.
Hello guys, Carol Bombshell here, pleasure to be here, and especially with Trap, team's captain for Loud. Ok, Trap, você começou o dia já, o time da Loud já começou o dia com buia, e especialmente com a Buriram no top 4. Como é a confiança de você estar nesse momento? Vocês ainda conseguiram chegar num segundo